Hello everybody, it's TMOG 217. Welcome to a LEGO Batman set review. Time to look at set number 76239, Batman Tumbler Scarecrow Showdown. This is a 2021 set based on the Dark Knight trilogy of the Tumbler, and this is quite a big box. I just want to point that out right here. It has 422 pieces, 2 minifigures, and retail for $39.99 USD, $49.99 Canadian, and $39.99 euros. So here we have the Tumbler. This is the only build you get in this set, and I'm actually not complaining about that because this build, I'm not kidding, looks amazing. Like, for the amount of pieces you get and the price point, it's just a spectacular looking build with all the build techniques and whatnot that they managed to pull off with this set. Overall, I was very impressed building this, and it looks amazing. Like, the size of it, like, I can't even begin to tell you the amount of detail that's in this. So anyway, let's try to at least. So first things first, we have some stud shooters at the front here. Now they did double stack the stud shooters for some reason, but how those work, you push the trigger and 2 studs will shoot out. Kind of nice, kind of blends in there a little nicely, so I'm not going to complain too much, even though we all know I hate stud shooters. You do got a few stickers on the outside. One of those on either side of the Tumbler, and then you have a sticker right here on this little piece right here, which kind of can move up and down a little bit, but I don't think that's intentional, which is fine. Overall, just like look at this, the detailing, like the amount of bricks that was put into this. Anyway, you have 2 smaller tires at the front, as well as 2 bigger double ones at the back. I kind of wish there would have been a flame piece you could put at the back here, because that is a thing that's shown in the movie. Unfortunately, that isn't the case for the set here. But yeah, opening up the front, you just lift this up on here, and you can see more into the cockpit. As you can see, I got Batman in there already, and so he just sits in there comfortably. There is enough room for a second minifigure to go in there if you so choose. And quite easy to remove, and there is some weapon storage in there. I love that there's weapon storage for the Batarang. You just unclip that if you want, and technically weapon storage, you can kind of fit the little bat grapple gun to the side of Batman. Kind of sits out of the way there. Not intentional, I don't think, but still something to note, I guess. The panel, you can kind of see some stickers right there on either side. So if someone's sitting there, they can just look at the control panel and whatnot. You just kind of have these other pieces right here as well. You also have a bucket handle piece used as the steering wheel. You cannot turn that, unfortunately, unless you want to count it being moved forwards and backwards. But yeah, it can snap off easily. Now, one thing I just want to point out really quickly here that is, again, not intentional, but something that you could do with your set. This set does come with an alternate facial print for Batman, and if you want to store that facial print, you can just place it in the middle right there. It's just simply remove that front windshield piece, place it right there, and put the windshield back in place, and it just basically blends right in there. You can't really quite see it there, so that's good. It's just a nice way to tuck it away and store it, I guess. But yeah, just overall, looks of this is nice. It rolls very nicely. It just feels good overall. Anyways, enough praising this. Let's have a look at the minifigures included in this set. So here we have the 2 minifigures included in this set, both of which are currently exclusive to just this set, which is a nice bonus, honestly, for just the great detailing of the set itself. But on the left, we have the Scarecrow, and he's an okay-looking minifigure. Part of me wishes they would have included the actual head for the figure and just have this being like an alternate swapping face like they do with Batman, which we'll look at in a second here. It just kind of seems a little bland just to have him with the mask on, if you ask me. And the fear gas stud shooter gun thingy, weird. That, I don't know, I just have a thing against stud shooters, and it just doesn't look accurate at all to the thing that was used in the movie, I would say. But yeah, kind of a bland figure for Scarecrow. So let's have a look at Batman. Looking at Batman here, he got his Batarang as well as his grapple gun. both of which are key features for his weapons and tools in the movie. And removing those, you can see a better look at the torso, which is exclusive to this set. Definitely looks a lot like what was shown in the movie. However, just that bat symbol does look a little different, though. Bat cowl is the same that's been used for years now, and one thing I will admit that I like is the fabric cape, like the genuine fabric cape. And you can lift that up, and you can see some of the back torso printing, which looks amazing. Now, for the facial prints of Batman, it's the same regular, generic Batman face print that they've had for years now. Kind of wish that they would do a different facial expression at this point, since they've been using this for so long as a generic Batman face. It just seems a little bland at this point when you collect Batman for a while now. And that's what it looks like with the alternate face. Speaking of alternate faces, this minifigure actually includes an alternate head. So let's have a quick look at that. So for the alternate face here, we can make it look like we have Nightmare Batman, as I believe what it was referred to in the movie. It was shown for just a brief few minutes as a little nightmare scene for the Scarecrow, using that fear gas on himself. And kind of interesting that LEGO would include that, since it's, a scary thing in a LEGO set. But removing that cowl, you can see a better look at that facial print. Just, very interesting and detailing. I don't think, there isn't any back minifigure head printing, but still quite interesting that LEGO would include this, and it looks quite impressive, honestly. So you have the option to have a regular generic Batman face, or you can have legitimate dark and scary Dark Knight Batman. So just something cool I thought I'd show off that's included in the set. Taking a quick look through the instructions, you have the QR code on the bottom right there, and pretty much the box art on the front for the instructions, as well as an advertisement when you open it up to use the digital instructions on the digital building instructions app. And just it's your typical LEGO DC build. And all the way on the back, I don't think there's any advertisements, surprisingly. Yeah, there isn't any advertisements that I can see besides the Rebuild the World. And then there's just the parts listing, and then the win at the back. In terms of extra parts, this is what I got in my copy of the set. Overall, I think this is an amazing set to have in your collection if you're a Batman or the Dark Knight fan, or if you're just looking for a cheap alternative because you aren't able to get the bigger UCS version of the Tumbler. I'm actually quite surprised by the build of this, especially for the price point. I'm blown away by this. I highly recommend you guys picking this up because you get two great exclusive minifigures and a spectacular build. Like, I'm not kidding, guys. As someone who's not a huge Batman fan, I was blown away by this build. Highly recommend it. Anyway, thank you everyone so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed this review. If so, consider leaving a like, subscribe if you're new to the channel, hit that bell notification to be very much appreciated. And again, thank you everyone so much for watching, and I'll see you all in a future video. Until then, see you later.